What's cracking, cousin? It's your favorite cousin, Ken here at the Lighthouse ATL. This is the Divine Feminine Headquarters, and yes, this is your favorite cousin, Ken from the YouTube channel, Can Be the Light. I know many of you are like, Ken, where you been? What's been going on? Well, I took 3 years off from work to work on myself. So no relationship, no job, no business, no nothing. Just strictly working on myself. And I have been guided to come back and help a powerful community of women that are deciding to do the same thing. No longer working hard, releasing all toxicity from your life, and connecting to your true divine feminine identity. I will be here every week, every Monday, with spiritual guidance for you ladies. I'm so excited to work with you, and congratulations to the new you. Hey cousin, what's cracking? It's your favorite cousin Ken here at the Lighthouse ATL. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about moving forward, and I want you all to ask yourself one question starting right here and right now on this Monday morning. I want you to ask yourself, is it time for you to move forward? And a lot of you know that it is time for you to move forward because, y'all my cousins or whatever. So, y'all spiritually locked in. So when you know. And for those of you who are unsure, you're like, I don't know, something needs to change. I'm not sure what that is, but something needs to change. Okay? We always know. Now, there are some of us that are further along on the path where you know what it is that needs to change. And then there are those who are new to the path, and it's like, you know that something needs to change, but you're not sure of what it is. And normally when you have that feeling that something needs to change, you don't know what it is, but something needs to change. This is a signal from your soul, okay? This is your soul, your guidance, your GPS that is letting you know that it is time for you to go in a different direction. And this can be in a relationship, this could be on a job, in any place, in any circumstance in your life where you feel like something needs to change. I'm not sure of how to do it, but I know it needs to be done. This is when it's time for you to move forward. Or you'll hear people say something like, it's time for you to pivot. So if you know that you're getting that signal from your soul that either you're moving forward or you need to move forward, it's time. And I'm your favorite cousin, and I'm gonna let you know, listen, it's not easy. It is not easy to move on. I have had to start over so many times in my life, cousin, I can't even tell you. I just learned to embrace the change. And I've learned to embrace the fact that, nothing lasts forever. And I think that once we learn that nothing is going to last forever, then it's okay when things change. But we live in this realm where it's like, we don't want things to change. We want our children to stay the same. We don't want anything to change. We want everything to stay safe and secure and to stay the same. But I'm here to tell you, as your favorite cousin, life will always be changing. It will always be changing. So when it's time to change, we have to know that we have cycles, just like day and night, just like the seasons, just like the days of the week, just like, like Mother Nature is always teaching us. So once we learn how to pay attention to Mother, then we will know how to operate in our lives with clarity, and we will be able to get into the flow. So as humans, we have a 3-year cycle, which Spirit led me to this information maybe about a year or so ago, and it really made sense to me because every 3 years I was able to look back over my life and see that something major changed in my life every 3 years. And I was like, wow, like nobody ever told me this. Like, I know you hear people talk about the 7-year cycle and how things change every 7 years, but we also have a 3-year cycle, and we have a daily cycle, and you have cycles every week. And women, we have our monthly cycles. Like, we always have these cycles of change. So we are going into a new cycle. Y'all know it's a brand new year. So it's time for us to move forward. And It's not going to be easy. It's going to require for you to let some people down. And I know, that's hard for us a lot of times, especially if it's family or friends or, people that we are close to or we have spent some time with in a previous cycle. It's hard to let people down and let them know that you are moving forward. But I will ask you this. Is it better for you to stay in that cycle and please those people? Or is it better for you to free yourself so that you can go up to the next level? Because I'll let you know that there are certain people, there are certain behaviors, there's a certain mindset, there are certain beliefs, there is certain things that you must release in order to go to the next level. And I know we hear this all the time. We hear it all the time. You have to let go of what no longer serves you and all this. We hear this all the time in the spiritual community. But I'm here to let you know that spirituality and evolving spiritually is not the same as evolving as a human. When you evolve as a human, it's superficial, really it is. It's like being on the surface, because you're evolving, but it's not really impacting you on a soul level, which means that you can say graduate from college and you can go and get you a high paying job. And that's great in the physical. You can make more money and, it can change your life in the physical, but it has no impact on your spirit or your connection to your spirit. So, baby, we live in a spiritual life over here. So we prioritize doing the things that will help us to evolve spiritually over the things that will, benefit us in the physical. So when it comes to releasing people, places, things, those are all experiences that are here in the physical. Remember that we are only here to have experiences. Our soul needs to have experiences in order for us to evolve. So we have these experiences. Once the cycle is complete, then we have to make an adjustment. I'll take that back. We don't have to. Right? Because we have free will. Y'all should see me quoting over here. Quote. We have free will to do what we want. And that is partially true and it's partially not. Because we do have free will as humans to do what we want to do. And that's why we have these, these bodies in order for us to make these decisions and these things. But what I will tell you is that on a spiritual level, if we choose to stay where we are, which we know nothing ever stays the same because everything is always moving around us. So if we choose that, we want to stay the same, we want to keep things the same, we want to hold on to certain relationships, we want to keep a certain behavior, we want to keep doing things the way that we do them, or we know we need to change them, but we're just not at the point where we're ready. That's fine. You can stay where you are, but you also have to know that when it comes to evolving spiritually, you will not be able to get to the next level of your growth as a soul. I'm not talking about in the physical. I'm talking about as a soul. You will not be growing, which will make you irritated. It will frustrate you. You will start to feel like you're in darkness. You will start to feel confused. That's where all of that comes from, okay? Whenever you're feeling like, frustrated, you're not sure of which way you should go and all this, okay? That's being in a dark place because the soul is sending you messages and sending you signals that it's time to move forward. Now, you can stay where you are. Like I said, if you're on a job and you know that it's time for you to leave this job, but you say, I don't know what else to do. I can't go anywhere else because of this, whatever it is. Then just know that every day you go into that job, you're not going to be satisfied. And if you say, I'm content with not being satisfied because I need to keep doing this, then you will not be satisfied in your life until you make a move. So that's why I said, yes, we have free will, okay? You have the freedom to stay where you are. But if you choose to stay where you are and you decide that you don't want to grow, then you're also choosing to be disloyal to yourself. And for the ladies that I'm talking to out there, it is so important for us to get to where it is that we need to be on time. These cycles have to end on time so that the new cycles can begin and you can be in alignment with your divine assignment. So that's the purpose, okay? We all want to get to our destiny, our purpose, and our reason for being. That's where we want to be, because that is where you will find peace. That is where you know that no matter what is going on in your life, you're straight, because you're doing exactly what you need to be doing, and everything is going to work out for you no matter what it is. But if you know for sure that it is time for you to release a person, a situation, a job, or whatever, ask yourself if you're really ready for that change. And if you are ready for that change, then you're going to have to know that it's not going to be easy. Because if it was easy, then everybody would be, these ascended masters, doing these great things in the world. Like, everybody would be doing it. But only those who are extraordinary are those who actually do the hard thing. They do the hard thing that nobody else is willing to do, or most people are not willing to do, in order for them to do the thing that they came here to do. So, we get distracted down here. We get distracted here on this planet because we have all of these attachments. We have attachments, to people and experiences, and even where we live, and, family and all these things, right? But we have to remember that we are not the body. So the body is having these experiences with people and places and, all this. Our body is having these experiences. And in order for our soul to have these experiences, we need the body, right? So that's straight. That's cool, right? But we forget that we're not the body. So you're not the body. You are the soul. You are the light within the body. The body is just your vehicle for getting you around, and is going to transport you to having all of these experiences. And the body is what is connected to these relationships and to these experiences. But once you have a daily practice of reminding yourself that you are not your body, you are the soul. You are the observer of your body. You are the observer of your experiences. Then you will start to think differently about relationships, behaviors, people, and all these things that you're attached to in your life, because you will realize that, okay, every day I am going to make decisions that are going to evolve me as a soul, not to make me comfortable as a human here in this experience. Because you will be comfortable. Eventually, you'll come out of that cycle of being uncomfortable, when you have to make those hard decisions. But it's going to be a period of time where you're going to have to go through, a rough period. And people may not understand why you do what you do. But again, you have to decide, are you here to please people, or are you here to get your job done? I always say we're on a business trip. This is a business trip here. And a lot of us think it's vacation, and it's not. It's good to have a good time and to, enjoy these relationships and all the greatness here on earth. But remember that your soul came here to do something. So remember that this life doesn't last forever. We all have only a certain period of time for being here and fulfilling our life purpose. And if we come here and we get stuck in a cycle, or get stuck in being a certain type of way, then we don't get to the point of evolving as a soul. And then therefore spirit cannot use us to do what it is that we came here to do, because we're not free to do it. So being free spiritually, it sounds so beautiful. It just sounds so, lovely and light and free and all these things. That sounds beautiful. But there's a lot of work that takes place in order for us to be free spirited. It's not something that you just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm gonna be a free spirit. I know a lot of women out there feel like, oh, I'm not gonna shave my armpits. I'm gonna go commando today. I'm gonna be a free spirit. Okay. Whatever. I ain't doing none of that. All right. The armpits is getting shaved. I'm just letting you know. But I get it. I get it because it's like, people don't want to be attached to, these societal norms or whatever. But are you really evolving as a spirit just because you don't shave your armpits? I mean, let's be real. Like, if you want to evolve into the highest level of who you are, it doesn't matter if you shave your armpits or not. It doesn't matter if you, whatever it is that you do in the physical, if you're not evolving, if you're not doing the hard things that really matter, then those little superficial things, it's like, let's quit playing the games, because we see people wearing crystals and everybody changed their name and everybody looks so spiritual. But, I'm your favorite cousin, so I can look at people and I can tell, about what level they are on spiritually. And you know too. If you're evolving spiritually, too. You can tell by people's conversation if they're evolving spiritually. What kind of language are they using? Are they still cursing? Are they still eating meat? Are they still doing certain things? Because when you're evolving on a soul level, then you won't even be able to do certain things comfortably anymore. It's like that desire to do certain things is over. Are they always fighting? Are they always angry? That is a baby level of spirituality, when you're still in that fight mode. But when you get to the level of, wanting peace for everybody, when you pray for everybody to evolve, when you want the best for others because you know that that's best for all, when you know that everything that you do for yourself, you're not just doing it for you, but you're doing it for the collective. You're doing it for your family. You're doing it for all life. It's greater than you just being comfortable and having things your way. That's a baby phase, okay? So we have to evolve out of the baby phase of wanting everything our way and wanting to be comfortable and going through the darkness and going through the trials and going through the hard things that we have to go through in order for us to evolve. So again, I will ask, are you ready to do what's necessary in order for you to go to that next level spiritually? Because it is your time. If you're listening to my voice, it is your time. You do not have to question if it's your time. And it's going to require for you to go into isolation. That means that a lot of the people in your life may fall away. A lot of the things that you used to do, that may have to end. Not may have to end. It will end. And I'm going to let you know what I know. Spirit don't play. For real. If you say that you're really ready, you're going to go through an initiation. That's it. Point blank period. And you have to ask yourself if you're really ready. And once you start to go through that spiritual initiation, it's like you go through it, and I'm not going to say don't cry about it, because you probably will cry, but you'll be crying to yourself, okay? You'll be crying in the car like Red by yourself. Won't nobody be able to hear you scream. It'll be you in spirit, okay? I'm just letting you know. But one thing that I heard Spirit tell me when I started going through my own spiritual initiation was don't get upset. Like, don't get mad. And I didn't understand at the time when I first started hearing that. Of course, you hear the voice from within, and every voice sounds like your voice because we're all one. But you hear that voice that is within. And I heard the voice tell me, like, don't be mad. Like, whatever happens, don't be mad. Whatever comes up, don't be mad. Whatever you have to do, don't be mad. Because when we get mad and when we get upset and when we get frustrated, we lose our power. We lose our energy when we get upset. And when we learn that everything is happening for our good, even if it doesn't feel good, it's for our good, then we get our power. We stay in power and we add on to ourselves instead of taking away. So whatever it is that you are being called to release, ladies, it's time. If you want to move forward, you have to ask yourself if you're really ready. If you are really ready, because you're going to have to become a new person. But how will you become a new person in the same environment, around the same people, doing the same thing? Something has to change. And when it comes to spirit, the all, the creator, God source, God wants it all. You're going to have to put it all down. I'm just telling you what I know. And if I had to give it all up, if I had to do it, I'm just telling you, like, you can't get around it. You cannot have one foot in, the world's way of doing things and pleasing spirit too. It doesn't work like that, like the Bible teaches us, like, you can't please God and please man. You can't do both. You can't even please God and please yourself. You have to be willing to say, okay, I would like for my desires to align with your desires, my creator, because I know that you know what's best for me. I know what I want, but I pray. These are the prayers that I have. I pray for my desires to align with your desires, what is best for me. And watch how your life changes when you start to think about what the creator wants for you versus what it is that you believe is best. So when we get on the other end of spirit, we go through the first part of our life before we start spiritually awakening. We go through this phase of us being the leader, and spirit allows it. Like, do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever you think is best, go ahead and do it. And so we try all these things, we do all these things, we get in these relationships, we, do all this stuff, right? And we feel like we know what's best. We run ourselves ragged, okay? Like my mom used to say, run yourself ragged. And you're like tired, you get sick and tired, and then you run back and you say, okay, God, help me, spirit, I need you. I need some help. And that's a beautiful thing, because then you get to the place where it's like, okay, are you ready now to listen? And that's the place where you are, whoever is listening to me. This is the place where we're at now. Are you ready to listen? Are you ready to allow spirit to guide you and you follow? Because when you say, okay, yes, I'm ready to follow, then you're going to have to do some things. Because I know that a lot of us have been conditioned by, different religious beliefs that we can follow a deity, an entity, a messenger, or whatever. We can follow that way. And that's going to be the best way. But I'm here to let you know that you came to do greater works than even any messenger that you have heard about, that spoke to you, that any of that, okay? You came to do greater things than anybody who has already existed. But how will you ever do greater things if you do not have a direct connection to the source? This is what we have to realize. We are in darkness until we submit to our creator and we actually can connect to our power. We stay in darkness and life becomes overwhelming and we feel like we don't know what to do, or we know that we need to do something, we're just unsure. But when we decide that I'm going to submit everything that I want and I'm going to allow spirit to guide me, then life changes. And you connect to the power and you are given everything that you need, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything that you need in order for you to succeed. And then you stop praying so much. You stop falling so much, because now you're not doing everything from your own will. There's no fight, because now everything is being done through you. But it's spirit that does it. See, we're trying to do things from our own will, but we can't do it because our body is limited, because we have a physical body. But when we connect to spirit, then we can do the things that would be hard for us very easily, okay? And very quickly. So, if you're ready, it's time. It's time. But I'll tell you, you won't be able to do anything. You only can fight so much when you have human limitations. And this is why I don't understand why people think that they're fighting, with negative forces and things like that. It's like, you can't fight. You can't. You don't have the power to do it with your brain and your little human body. You just can't. You have to connect to something that is greater than you. And the only way that Spirit, the God of all, remember, God is the most high, the elite. The elite, the most high God is not dealing with the drama and all of that chaos and stuff. It's not happening. You got to clean it up, or you don't. You don't. And that's why I say, with the Lighthouse is a community of women supporting women on our healing journey. But I'll tell you the truth, it's not for everybody, because there are women out there that know what they need to do, but they're not ready to do it. So then Spirit has given me everything, the blueprint, laid it all out, right? Everything that women need to do in order to help you all to move forward, get on your journey, cleansing, healing, rebuilding from everything that you've been through in your life. But many people will know the information or get the information and not do the work. I'm not interested in being connected to people like that. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's family, friends. I don't care who it is. And I love my cousins. Y'all know how much I love you. But it's very serious right now. We don't know how critical things are about to be. I don't think we really understand, because everybody's just going through day to day. Everything is just, everything is cool. Yes. But you just have to know that this world is shifting, and it's going to shift in a major way. And there are going to be a lot of people that will be left behind because they know what to do, but they're just not doing it. And the women that I want to connect with are powerful people, not just strong women that are just surviving every day. I'm talking about powerful women that say, you know what, I've been through hell, but I'm not going to be consumed by it. I am going to take every single thing that I have been through, and I am going to make not only my life better, but many, many people's lives better, because of what I've experienced, and it's very possible, but everybody can't do it. And I understand it, because life is tough. But if you take one foot and you put it in front of the other and you keep doing that, eventually you're going to get somewhere. You see what I'm saying? You're going to go somewhere. So take one step today that you can take in order to get you in the next direction, to get you where it is that you need to be. I don't care if it's just taking out your journal and writing out your plan, letting Spirit guide you to your next move. If you know that you're on a job that you need to leave, you should have left that job last year, and you're there still this year, set a date. Pick a date, any date. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing Spirit told me. Pick a date. Even if it's a date next year, at least you know that by this time next year, you're not going to be there. But if you do not start to set some solid dates and actually start taking some action, then you will keep doing the same thing year after year, day after day, and your life will not change. Change is not change until it's changed. And if you are the type of woman that wants change in your life, then you're going to have to do something different. If you say, you know what, I want to eat better. Okay, what can you do today? You don't have to completely go vegan or whatever people are doing nowadays and all of that, Even if it's just adding more vegetables in your diet. If you know, or, in your meal plan, if you know that you go more than 2 or 3 days and you haven't had any vegetables, no green vegetables and no fruit, and you know that you want to change that, then write it down. Write it down. I'm going to eat green vegetables on these days. I'm going to eat fruit on these days. And then the more you do that, now you have a new way of being. If you know that you want to stop eating meat, then what can you cut out now? You may not be able to cut everything out. But if you know that you eat pork, ground beef, chicken, fish, you eat it all, then what meat can you eliminate? What is one of the meats that you eat right now that you know you can stop eating? Because Spirit is always guiding us and telling us what we should do, what is best for us. But if we're not listening and we're not taking action, then we'll be just like everybody else is getting swept up by the world. Just is what it is. And when you eat certain food, it lowers your frequency. I was going to say, it kills your brain cells. No, but let me be serious, for real, It really affects you. When you do certain things, when you eat certain things, when you allow yourself to stay on a job, in a relationship, and you are not loyal to yourself, it bothers you. And we think that, it's okay, it's going to be all right. I just got to get through it. There's just only a certain amount of time that you should be doing that. And then there should be a time where it's time to go. It's time to make a change. And you may not be able to make a big drastic change, but there's a little change that you can make today. There's a little change that you can make this month. There's a little change that you can make this week. You know what I'm saying? But only you know what it is, because Spirit is speaking to you. I can sit down with each individual person and I can tell you every single thing, because that's what I used to do, right? Y'all know. If y'all listen to me on YouTube, you know that I will sit down and tell everybody, okay, this is what's going on. This is what needs to change. This is what, every single thing. I will give you all the answers. But we can't do that anymore. Because even if I sat down and gave you all of the answers, if you don't do anything with the information, then I'm wasting my time and I'm not helping you. So now I'm on this end and Spirit is guiding me to help those who are ready to help themselves. So I'm here. All right. If you feel like you need more support, y'all join our Level Up movement. If you feel like you're out of alignment, join the spiritual alignment class. It's a 4-week commitment. You'll have all of the assignments that you need given to you. I've already created the workbooks and everything. And join our private community where you'll have the support that you need. You do not have to do it on your own. But if you know that it's time for you to make some adjustments, then only you can do that. And I'm here to support you if you're ready to do that. But if you're not ready to do that, then it's okay. You're just still in that cycle and you're still in that phase. And don't judge yourself, because we don't want to get down on ourselves for being at a level that we're on. You know what I'm saying? I always say it's like, having a baby and being upset with the baby because the baby doesn't know how to walk. Well, the baby hasn't learned how to walk yet. So, when it comes to evolving spiritually, everybody's just at different levels. But we all should be helping each other along. But you have to know that you always have the freedom to choose. Just think about all the people who made it possible for us to be able to choose. Think about the fact that our Creator created us with the ability to choose. Who else can do that? Other than us with the human body, we can choose. Don't ever, ever, ever. And I don't like to say, you shouldn't do something, because, I'm a spirit guide. I can't tell you what to do. But I want you to know that, oh my gosh, just don't make that mistake of not choosing. Because all of your life, that's all you will be doing. Making observations of your life, what's going on within you, what's going on around you, and then making adjustments. And the only time we judge is when we make a decision. So we're not judging just off of opinions of other people and all that, no. We judge when we're making a decision. So if you know it's time for you to, how they slap that gavel down and make a decision, you're the judge. If a person is in your life and they need to be removed, it's time for you to do it if you want to move forward, because certain relationships can't come with you in your next cycle. They just can't. And I know personally, I've had to release a lot of relationships and people that I love the most. But the thing is, you have to move forward on your own when God is calling you. When Spirit is calling you and setting you apart, we are set apart for a reason. It's because other people are choosing to do things how they want to do it. But those of us who are being guided by Spirit, we're not doing what we want to do. We're sacrificing our life, our desires for the greater good of all. So when you do what's best for you, you're actually doing what's best for us. And I love you for that. I do. You my people, yes. You are my kind of people. If you are out there and you are making the decision to become better, I don't care if it's just a little bit every single day. I don't care. I don't care if it's even just a little adjustment with your attitude. I don't care if it's something so small. It doesn't matter what it is. Because if you are making any adjustments in your life every day, any adjustment, any little adjustment, you are making life better for everybody. And I love you for that. I love you for that. And if you find that it's difficult for you to do things in your life, you don't know what to do or how to do them, listen, you already know your favorite cousin Ken. I done been through it. All of it. So hit me up. I'm here. And we have a community for support. So I love you all. I love you ladies. And I want you to answer those questions, Answer the questions. Ask yourself if you're really ready. And then ask yourself if you're ready to do the hard thing. Because you know what it is. And it won't change. If you don't do it this year, you'll come back next year. It'll be the same thing. Spirit does not change. When God speaks and says that you need to do something, that's not going to change. It's just like your parent. When your parents say, this is what you need to do, it won't change. You can throw a fit, you can get mad, you can whatever. It doesn't matter. If you don't do the thing that you need to do, it will be the same thing that needs to be changed next year or 10 years or 20 years from now. It won't change. So, I love you. I love you so much. I'm praying for you all every single day. I'm always sending you all love and healing energy because I know it is difficult. It is very difficult to make changes and to do the things that, Spirit is guiding you to do. It is not an easy path. It's not. But we know that there's a narrow path to righteousness. There's a narrow path that few people are going to go down. And there's a wider path of destruction that most people will go down. And Spirit knows that. You think that the creator of all life doesn't know that most people will not make it? So we can't get in the habit of trying to help people and trying to be there for people that are not even supposed to make it anyway. You have to know who you're dealing with in your life. And you have to decide if it's going to be them or if it's going to be you. You have to decide. And you'll know the people that are going to support you. You'll know the people that are on the same vibration as you because they are doing the same thing that you're doing. They don't have nobody forcing them. It's just natural for them to be the way that they are. And those are the type of people that I want to connect with. People that know what they need to do and know we're not perfect, but we are going to make progress and we are going to make change. So, again, I love you. Y'all know I'm going to say it 3 times or 5. I don't know. I love y'all so much, and I will talk to y'all soon. If you need any support, if you need any assistance, I will see you all over at the Lighthouse. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, cousin. If you're interested in joining our powerful community of women supporting each other through our healing and transformation journey, Make sure that you look for the Lighthouse ATL on all social media platforms: YouTube, TikTok, not on Instagram, but Twitter, LinkedIn, everywhere else. Look for the Lighthouse ATL, okay? You do not have to do it on your own. We are done with these solo dolo missions, okay? We're going to work together. We're going to heal together. We're going to cry together. We're going to laugh together. We're going to travel together. Listen, join our level up movement, and I will see you soon. Bye.